Alright, here we go. The Division Resurgence, and this is going to be my first ever build video for this game. And actually, this is probably going to be the first ever build video for the game ever. Now, we are in a regional beta. There will only be one more regional beta after this before the launch of the game. Now, this game is set to be released fall of this year. So looking at September, October time frame. Now this game is fully complete and it is free to play for everybody. Now I am playing this on iPad. I will be playing this on the highest settings possible and everything is wireless. I have this broadcasted to my TV. I am also using a PlayStation controller to play this game. Everything is seamless and all of the load times are instant. I mean, just check this out, right? So if I'm at the very bottom of the map, I can fast travel to the very top of the map and within what, maybe seconds? Look at that. I'm already at the top of the map. It's just instant. Then I go back to my map and I'm like, no, I want to do a build video, right? So let's go to the base of ops. So I'm fast traveling to the base of ops and guess what? It's instant. And now I'm at the base of ops. So this is going to be the build video. I hope you enjoy. And let's go ahead and get down into it. Are you ready? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. What's going on, YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here, coming at you with another Division Resurgence video. Now this is going to be my first ever build video for the game. So I hope you enjoy. Now sit back, relax. You know, grab that popcorn, hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comments section below. But let's go ahead and jump into this bad boy. This is going to be a firepower, or you could say DPS, slash engineering, or you would say skill build. So this is a DPS skill build. It is a hybrid build because I'm trying to spec just as much into firepower as I am into engineering. So I want to make sure my weapons and my skills hit as hard as possible. And yeah, I want to have that double threat. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, looking at this build inventory, you know, just summary right here, you can see there are a lot of new things added to this game. For example, the bottom left of your corner, you have DPS. Now this is only made possible by the weapon you have in your hand. So this is the DPS for my Lady Death. Then we have armor here, which represents your damage reduction, okay? Now, everything in this game is armor-based. It is not health-based. I mean, actually, my bad. It's the other way around. So in the Division 2, it's all about armor, armor, armor. Everyone's like, oh, do you have 2 million armor? Oh, man, armor. In the Division 1, it was all about health. There was no armor at all. Now, in this game, it's a mixture. You have only health. However, the way they do armor in this game is it's a mixture of your armor attributes and your damage reduction attributes. So they have to get through that to go to your health. Now, let's look at the overall summary of the build. So here is your power score. Now your power score is based off of the power scores for each item of your gear and then they add it up. For instance, looking at my Lady Death, you can see it's at power score 1842. Where if I were to click on like a level 1 weapon, you can see the power score is 342. So that's why we're using, you know, the Lady Death and it's maxed out. Now, this kind of segues into my weapons, okay? Now, my primary weapon I am using is the Lady Death. Now, the item level that I can do right now is 37. Now, if I were to back out, you can see in the bottom of my screen, I'm only level 27. Now, if I go into this, you can get your gear items 10 levels higher than your character level. So just remember that. So if I'm level 27, I can get my gear items up to 37. However, your watch will only go to level 20. That's max for your watch. And your mods, each of your weapon mods, if I go to modding here, you can see this mod right here is level 5. And I can actually click upgrade, and I can put other things into it to level it up even further. So you have weapon mods, you have watch mods, you have gear item mods, and you have specialization mods to go with your skill mods. Yes, this is the most complex Division game ever made. And it's the most fun. I mean, I'm not lying. Anyways, so looking at this, you can see my power score is at 6,300. Now looking at the breakdown for it, we're just under 400 for the firepower. We're at 227 for the engineering and 182 for that toughness. Now looking at the attributes for my gear, the core attributes if you will, you can see that my chest piece has, what is this? We have engineering on my chest piece, on my backpack, and on my holster. We have firepower on my gloves and mask, and then toughness on my knee pads. Now talking a little bit more about the weapons, this is a really complex game, people. I don't know how many different ways I can say that. So for each of your weapons, even the exotics, right? So I'll just, let's compare the two, shall we? Let's see if I can compare the both. Okay, there we go. Check it out. So I received 2 different Lady Deaths in the Dark Zone this week, and they are 2 completely different weapons. Now you can see the one I'm using is spec'd highly into firepower and engineering, but the one on the right is spec'd all into toughness. You can see the one on the left has attributes of weapon blast damage and weapon crit hit damage, but on the right we have health and weapon blast damage. Even further, if we go to the talents are random as well. So your core attributes are random, your normal weapon attributes are random, and your talents are random. The only thing that stays the same is the exotic talent Breathe Free. So let's talk about Breathe Free, shall we? But I just wanted to show you that because each exotic is different. Each weapon is different. All of the talents, all of the attributes, all of the core attributes, everything is random. All right? Now, just so you are probably wondering, what exotics have I gotten so far in this game? I have received 2 Lady Deaths from the Dark Zone, and I have received 2 Bullet Kings from PvE. But let's talk about the Lady Death. Here are the talents of the Lady Death I'm using. So Breathe Free is your exotic talent. It says while you are moving, you gain 4 stacks per second, 8 stacks if you are sprinting. Now you get up to 40 stacks, and each stack increases your weapon damage by 12.2%. After each kill, you get movement speed of 10% for 10 seconds. Now looking at the next talent, we have Unending. So killing an enemy will grant you a 50% chance to refill your magazine by 22% and grant you an 8.3% buff in rate of fire for 5 seconds. And then the last talent is Heroic. So headshots will increase my weapon crit hit damage, stacking up to 5 times, which can get me up to 26% more weapon crit hit damage. Now that's just my primary weapon. My secondary weapon, I'm using a marksman rifle. The reason being is I'm running and gunning with the Lady Death, but if I have to sit back and cover, I'm going to use a marksman rifle. Now why the SRS A1? Well, the reason being is this was one of the first high-end snipers I received in this game, and I've just kept it. But the other reason is that it doesn't shoot as fast as the SVD, but it doesn't shoot as slow as the M700. It's kind of smack dab there in the middle, and it's a lot of fun to use. I can spam headshots pretty quick with this marksman rifle, and it just goes well with my, my play style. Now, as far as the core attributes for this weapon, it's highly into toughness. For the normal attributes, we have headshot and skill multi-shot chance. And then for the talents, we have morale boosting. Killing or assisting an enemy kill by status effect will grant you and all your allies within 15 meters a 3.1% boost in crit chance and a 6.1% boost in crit hit damage. Not only that, but we also have the talent Bush Medic, so landing a headshot will increase my skill healing. Looking at the watch, now remember the watch can only go up to level 20. Now you can see these other watches are only at level 1. Now mine, maxed out at level 20, it gives me a buff in armor by 80%. I get engineering, toughness, skill, crit chance, and weapon damage to go with my talent, rocket projectile. So rocket projectile increases your skill crit chance by 40.9% of your skill cooldown, up to 100%. So all of the skill cooldowns that I'm getting from this build will then calculate and go into my skill crit chance. Pretty wicked. So those are your weapons and your watch. Now let's talk about the actual gear items. So we have matching combo sets for our mask and knee pads, our chest piece and gloves, and our backpack and holster. So let's start with the mask. Now the mask is the combo set Captain Cow. Now Captain Cow 2-piece will bring down our skill cooldown. Now this item is spec'd into firepower and electronics or engineering. For the attributes, we have armor and damage reduction, which both increase our armor. And then of course that skill cooldown from the set bonus. Now for the mod, we do have mods on every piece of gear. For this one, I have a blue armor mod, level 6. Remember, each of your mods can go up to level 10. And this one gives us armor and toughness. The next piece of the Captain Cow would be the knee pads. Now these knee pads are spec'd into firepower and toughness, mainly with a little bit into engineering. For the attributes, we have armor and skill multi-shot chance. And then of course that combo set Captain Cow giving us that skill cooldown. For the mod, we have a purple health mod, level 7 out of 10, and this one gives us health, armor, and toughness. For the next combo set, we will do our chest piece and gloves, and that combo set is the Boom Shakalaka. Now for this one, the chest piece, it is spec'd highly into firepower and electronics or engineering. For the attributes, we have armor and damage reduction, which both increase our armor. And it comes with the talent Cover Shooting. So cover shooting, while in cover, it will increase your weapon crit hit chance by 12.2% for 3 seconds. Now this will be enabled as long as you stay in cover. Now looking at the combo set, Boom Shakalaka 2-piece gives us skill cooldown. And then for the mod, I have another health mod. This one level 7, and it gives us health, armor, and toughness. For the other piece of Boom Shakalaka, we have the gloves. Now these are spec'd into highly firepower and toughness with received healing and damage reduction. For the Boom Shakalaka, that does give us that skill cooldown. And then of course we have another mod here, this one being a toughness mod, level 6, giving us toughness and health. For our last combo set, we have the backpack and the knee pads. So the backpack and knee pads are both a part of the Fearless Warrior set. Now this backpack is spec'd highly into engineering with a little bit into firepower and toughness. For the attributes, we have weapon damage and armor, and then the talent Brainstorm. So this increases our skill duration by 4.7%, but when I'm near other teammates, it actually increases that skill duration by another 3.1%. For the combo set Fearless Warrior, it gives us damage reduction, which also increases our armor. Now as far as the mod, we have a toughness mod here, level 7. Now this toughness mod gives us 3 into toughness, some health, and more armor. And then our last item, the holster. Now this is the Fearless Warrior holster. It is spec'd highly into toughness and electronics, with status effect duration decreased and armor. Now this one, status effects, duration decrease, that's against all of the status effects that are being done towards you. So if you're getting shocked or burnt or what have you, this will lower that duration. Now for the mod here, we are using a health mod, level 6, that gives us health and toughness. Now that's it for the build breakdown right here. But wait, there's more! So if you actually back out of here, and then go to, let's see here, get out of that damage bonus, there we go. Click top right, and then go to your character menu, right? So here we go. So I'm level 23 for the specialization out of 30, and I'm level 27 in this, I think it's out of 40 for your character. As far as the attributes and skills, this is what I wanted to talk about even more, to show you how complex this game is. So looking here, you have your demolitionist skills, right? You have your grenade launcher for your specialization, you have your turret, and you have your seeker mines. Now going to the seeker mines, you can see we have 3 different blue mods. Now each of these blue mods have a white diamond. This one has 1 out of 5, this one 5 out of 5, and this one 4 out of 5. That means I have upgraded these mods, you know, that many times. You can only go up to 5 upgrades for your skill mods. It's very confusing and very complex, and I agree with you, because we have our weapon mods that go to level 10, our gear mods that go to level 10, our watch mod that goes up to level 20, and then we have these skill mods that only go up to 5. So it is confusing, but you are going to have to learn all of this, because increasing these mods will increase your overall power score. Now going to the artillery turret, I wanted to show you purple mods because this is different, okay? So you can see over here, this is your set bonuses for your mods. Your purple mods have set bonuses. Now that is going to change the game completely, because it's not just one set bonus, you get multiple set bonuses. However, because of the way the mods are set up for your skills and your specialization, you only have 3 different slots. So if you really want to use, you know, one of these sets, you have to fully dedicate to that set and use it in each of your mod slots. So let's read this one, shall we? So this is for your artillery turret chipset, and it is the set called Shaped Charge. Now for 1 piece, you can see it gives me nothing. However, the 2 piece would give me armor, and then the 3 piece gives me a talent. Now this Shaped Charge talent reads, when the artillery turret hits an enemy with more than 2 stacks of bleed or vulnerability, it increases your firepower bonus by 3.6%. This can stack up to 5 times. So if I can hit 5 different enemies that have bleed or vulnerability on them, it can increase my firepower bonus all the way up to like 18%. And that's if I had 3 of the Shaped Charge mods. Now, even furthermore, here's a grenade launcher, right? And I have 3 purple mods here. Now, you would think right off the bat, oh snap, Kami has a set bonus activated on his grenade launcher, but sadly, I don't. Now, if I click on these mods, you can see this one, the firmware mod, is a part of the Precision Fires set. If I click on the software mod, this one's a part of the Fire Support set. And if I click here on my chip set mod, this set is from the Air Burst. So these are 3 different sets, and I only have 1 piece of each. So I'm not getting any set bonuses. However, this does give us the opportunity to talk about these 3 sets. So the first one being Air Burst. So 2 pieces would increase my armor, but then the Air Burst talent, when I use my grenade launcher and hit more than 1 enemy with a single shot, it will increase my skill crit chance. Come on, that's ridiculous. The next set, what's this one? The Fire Support set. 2 pieces would give me skill health, but the 3 piece increases your signature ability charge by 1% for each skill crit hit you get with the grenade launcher. Crazy. Now remember, your grenade launcher, your specialization is counted as a skill. So this counts as a skill kill and it counts as a grenade kill because it is a grenade launcher. Now going back to your character sheet, you can go to your specialization focus, and of course mine is into engineering because I want a skill / DPS build. And you can also see here that my specialization tree is not maxed out. I need one of these mods and it's just not working out. And then finally we have our attributes page. Now this is for the entire build, and this is crazy because each of these attributes, if you click on them, it'll tell you exactly how you get your percentages. Crazy, right? Each of these. And it shows exactly how you get it. So this is all for the Lady Death. It shows our crit chance 13, crit hit damage 65, headshot 40. Our weapon damage bonus just under 10%. We have an RPM bonus of 2.75, reload bonus of 10%, and then it just keeps going down. Here's our skills, our skill crit chance, crit damage, our skill multi-shot chance, skill cooldown. I mean, this just keeps going. Then you go into your armor tab. You can see your health, and it shows you everything you get health from. It shows your armor, how you got all your armor. Damage reduction, received healing, and movement speed boost. Our weapon attributes, and this is for the Lady Death. We have our blast damage, RPM, optimal range, ADS speed, which is huge, especially if you're using controller. We have magazine, handling, all of this. Here's all of our weapon talents for the build, all of our gear talents for the build, our protocol mod talent, and finally our combo sets for the build. This is the most complex Division game you will ever see, and these, build videos for Division Resurgence are only going to get better. So I hope you enjoyed. I am Kamikazevondoom. This is my first ever build video for the Division Resurgence. If you found this video helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, please hit the thumbs up, support the channel by subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one, okay?